Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, my name is Mpowagatoka, the Pedi Hun. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to support all my content. Thank you guys so much for returning to the channel. And yeah, if you're a new subscriber, subscribe to this channel. So in today's video, judging by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this very beautiful pink date look. This is a look that is very easy for first date, or for whatever kind of date, like a date with your girls, a date by yourself, and you just want to look pretty. This is definitely the pink date look that you should be trying out. I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys a little bit of a story time, of my very first heartbreak. I was young, I was impressionable, but we grow and we learn, that's it. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done my brows, so I'm just gonna prep my eyelids. I'm gonna use my Maybeline Fit Me Concealer. So for those of you who don't know, I went to boarding school. So I was in boarding school from like grade 4 up until matric, so like 9 years. We got to the school in the same year. Yeah, actually we did. We got to the school in the same year. Our journey actually begins in grade 6. Sharp. Grade 6, you guys know you must go to grade 6 camp. Sharpo, you go to grade 6 camp. And for a whole week. So we're at grade 6 camp for a whole week. And while we're there, this guy, Eyeshadow, I don't want to lie to you guys, hey. Like, I absolutely, God please forgive me, I absolutely hated this person. I did not like him one bit. Not one bit. I was just like, whenever he would say something, and because I was the team captain at grade 6 camp, or the group leader, so at grade 6 camp, I'm the group leader. He's in my group, and every time he suggests something, I just shut him down. Every time this guy would suggest something, I would just shut him down. I'd be like, no, we're not going with your suggestion. Like, I'd always just shut him down. Always. Like, and sometimes, guys, and when his ideas, whenever his ideas were even good, that's when I was just like, nobody's trying to hear that. Sharpo, one of the days they at camp were going for a game drive, because they would do that like maybe group 1, you have your game drive at that time. After they're done with group 1, group 2 must now come. So we were group 6. We were group 6, we got the game drive. So as we're on the game drive, he's riding at the back. Then his shoe falls because his feet were hanging. His shoe falls. Once his shoe falls, he asks to stop. You guys know we're gonna set our eyes with the Revlon Candid setting powder. So his shoe falls. Okay, fine. Then they say, okay, guys. Oh, and then he's like, can we please stop? I need to, Oh, sorry, it's my. The sun is not working with me today. It's really not. So his shoe falls, and then they say, and then he asks us to stop to get his shoe. Okay, not a problem. They stop to get his shoe. I was such a horrible person. And because I disliked him, once he picked up his shoe, and I saw that he wasn't on, I was like, yeah, he picked it up, let's go. I was like, oh, stop it, let's go. I legit said, I remember our facilitator, his name was Quentin. Yeah. I was like, Quentin, he has his shoe, let's go. That time, poor child, shame. He's not even on the is it a truck or van? But that I'm like, no, he has his shoe, let's go. And then like everybody's like, I eventually it becomes a game. Now it becomes a game. Like we're like, let's go. Yes, it's true. Like we're busy making a noise there. I okay, sharp. And then after that, we're like, no, but it doesn't have his shoe. Then we stop. He gets on. I'm creating a date look. Yeah, I think pink. It's gonna be pink. Yeah. So I think pink is a very beautiful color for dates. Like, especially maybe if it's like a first date type of situation, even like pink it's pretty, it's flirty, but also like you don't have to do too much of it, so it's gonna look good. So as you guys know, again, first shade we're gonna go into is this pink right here, and we're just gonna place this onto the lid, like onto the lid, straight onto the lid. Then we stop to pick him up. Okay, not necessarily like we stop, then we stop, because it's like, okay guys, enough, like we're done playing. All right, we go on about grade 6 camp. It's all good and stuff, you know, it's fun, we're having a good time, you know, exercises or obstacles rather, you know, obstacles, and everybody just goes on about their day. Okay, cool, you know, grade 6 camp is nice. We leave now, we're going back home. Okay, it's fine. I mean, not home, we're going back to school. We're going back to hostel, right? So go back to school, sharpo. Everybody goes on about the day, goes on about the year. This is the year 2011. Sharp. Him and I, we don't cross paths. Like, we don't talk, we don't... Like, we were never even in the same class, ever. So, I was just like, yeah, you know, it's whatever. Fine. After that... it's the end of grade 6. Now we're going into grade 7. We are the leaders of the school now. Grade 7, I pulled through. I have short hair. Fine. Short hair. We go on about the year. Just before, I think maybe like 3 weeks before the Valentines Bowl. 3 weeks before the Valentines Bowl, this guy asks me out. Like, and I'm just like, who is asking me out? You know that I laugh because I'm like, this must be a joke. I'm like, okay, fine, you know, I'll think about it. And the whole time I knew what I was gonna say no, because I don't like you, bruh. Like, I don't like you. So why even asking me out to begin with? Okay. And I think he asked me out on a Tuesday, right? And then that Friday, I see him. Break. I go to him and I tell him, like, oh no, you know, I'm not interested. I'm not trying to date you or anything like that. Guys, he says, oh, okay, sharp. It's fine. I'm assuming, not even I'm assuming, I know he went and went to go tell his friends. He's like, guys, she said no. Yo. I'm standing there with my friends, like, we're talking, and one of my friends is like, hey, why are all these guys coming here? You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just like, I don't know. Hey, all these dudes were coming to me. All of them just get to me. Wajo. How could you say no? You know, this guy, Harubali, you know, this guy really likes you. Hey. When I tell you the noise, I'm like, Patong, guys, all of them were just like, just say yes, bro. Just say yes. You know, this guy really likes you. Every day it's you. Hey. And I remember just being so mad because I'm like, you letting your boys do this? Like, you letting your boys just do this? Yeah, I was so pissed. And I remember just being like, okay, fine, shabu. And then all of them were just like, wait, yeah? What do you mean? I'm like, fine, I'll date your friend. I'll date him. I get you guys are here making a noise. Like, I'll date him. And they're like, really? Then they go to him. Yeah. She said yes, bruh. After school, shabu get one more one. My friends are even like, wait. I'm like, bruh, like, these guys are just here making such a noise and it's irritating me and it's making me mad. You get? So I'm like, so I just said yes. They're like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna place this in the crease. After school is after school. He comes through to me. He's like, hi. When I tell you that whole time, like that whole walk back to hostel, like guys, that felt like the longest 5 minutes of my life. Because he's here trying to make conversation, trying to talk to me, and I'm just there like, and he's like, yeah, I'm so sorry about what my friends did. And I'm just looking at him like as if you didn't know your friends were gonna do that. That's just how I'm looking the whole time. I'm just like, okay. So how are you? I'm fine. How was your day? It was good. Yeah, my day was also good. Okay. Like when we get to hostel, the boys live on one side of the school or of the hostels, and then the girls live on the other side. So during the day we don't mix. Now it's a matter of okay, fine. Now because we're going back to hostel, we're going to lunch. He's supposed to hug me. This guy tries to hug me and I'm like, And he's like, oh, okay, bye. And I'm like, bye. I leave. Go put my bag down. It's fine. I put my bag down. I go on about my day. I play with my friends. My friends are busy asking me like, what are you gonna do now? Seeing that you're actually like dating him and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, bruh. All I know is I really don't like this guy. Like, I really don't like him. And then the following day, my friends are like, okay, fine, try to break up with him then. And I'm like, okay, fine. How? The following day I get to school, I tried to break up with this guy, and he's like, no, just give me a chance. You don't know me. Just give me a chance. I don't even know why you don't like me. And I'm just like, yeah, Baba, I don't like you. Like, I don't want to date you. What are you talking about? And he's like, nah, just give me a chance to actually show you that I'm actually a nice guy. Like, I'm a good guy. Hey, it's true Pedi. I fall for it. I say, okay, it's fine. Show me that you're a good guy. My friends then asked me, did you break up with him? I'm like, no, he said I must give him a chance. And then one of my friends are like, and you're gonna do it? And I'm like, yeah, I want to see, actually. I actually want to see. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into this orange here at the top. Maybe mix it on with a bit of yellow, just so it looks a bit more natural, because I don't want to touch the browns. So yeah, like the outer corners, I'll most probably just use that orange. Now I'm like, yeah, no, okay, I'll hear him out. I'll try to get to know him. Let me not be snacks. But even then, like during break, he comes and speaks to me, and I'm just like, okay. I was just like, but like as days went by, like every time this guy showed, like his efforts didn't go unnoticed. Hey, his efforts didn't go unnoticed, because the more he made an effort to try and get me to like open up to him and like actually speak to him about just like who I am, what it is that I like, what is my favorite color, those type of questions, the type of questions you want to ask your person when you're just like getting to know them and stuff. Now I'm like, it's actually not bad. He's a pretty chilled guy, but I'm still holding out a bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. I get to know him now. When he speaks to me, yeah, sharp. I make an effort to actually conversate and actually like hear what he's saying, but also answer him when he asks me questions and stuff. Allow him to get to know me as well. And I'm like, oh, he's a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty cool guy. That's what I knew. Like the moment I started telling my friends, like, oh, me and this person today, we spoke about this, that, and that. The moment I started doing that, that's when I knew, right? My sister, now you are seeing him. Now you are seeing him. Right? So, and that's when I was just to be like, yo, really? Like, seriously? You are really starting to like this guy? And I didn't like the fact that I was actually starting to like him. I was like, so whack, so whack. To be honest, he really was a nice guy. I'm just gonna prep my skin using the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. The fact that I'm even saying, oh, he's actually a nice guy, that's when I knew. That's what I knew, that I started liking this guy. No, but we go on about the relationship. I'm realizing he's cool, he's nice. I'm not mad at that. Now the relationship is going on. We're good, we're good. Here it comes through now. The Valentines Bowl. The the V ball. Hi, now we're being asked out to the ball. Yo, he asked me out. I was so happy even. I was like, I'm telling my friends, like, guys, oh my goodness, you know, my boyfriend asked me to the Valentines Ball. And everybody's just like, woo, like we're excited. Like we would get excited for things like the Valentine's Ball because we're in a boarding school where we're legit in the middle of nowhere. So we don't go anywhere, we don't see anyone. So when we had things like that, it was like really nice to just have like those recreational activities, you know. So Valentine's Ball, Winter Ball, Spring Ball, you know, fun day and stuff like that. So that was like, yeah, those were the things that like made being at boarding school nice. Now I'm gonna use my Maybeline Fit Me foundation. So now it's like, okay, fine, it's the Valentine's Ball. We get to the Valentine's Ball. Yo, guys. Guys, back in 2012, hey, Alicia Keys did a whole other. She made a mess with Unthinkable. Sure.
I was wondering, maybe could I make you my baby if we do the unthinkable?
That was the song. And there was this one teacher who would always like tell us we're too close when we're dancing, but who cares? So he'd come and like tell us move up a bit, like don't be too close to each other. But the moment he moves on to the next couple, me and my person, like, we're back, we're close, we're hugging, we're dancing, it's nice. Yo, guys, yo, it was good. It was really good. So we danced to Unthinkable, you know. We're young, we're in love. You know, everything is good. Like, everything is good. I knew this guy really liked me when one of his friends were like, hey, bruh, we don't have mama. We don't have this guy, yo. And I'm like, God, what did I do now? Now they're telling me, I don't know, Pella, he wrote your name everywhere, even on his shoes. I'm like, even on his shoes? They're like, even on his shoes, bruh, your name is there. And we're just like, and now? And guys just like, gosh, she's my girl. Like, what are you expecting? But then one day, for me to see him, what was happening that day? For me to actually see him after school, but like at his side of the school after school. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously we weren't allowed to mix. But that day I actually saw him you know, after school, after hours. At the times we were not allowed to see each other. And then I see his shoes, and his shoes are there and they're written Mpo on the side. And I'm like, his Adidas slides, yeah. And I'm like, okay. But I'm not mad at it because I'm like, well, you're my guy, so what's the problem? And then we continue on with our relationship. Like, you know, I'm into this dude. Like, I'm into this dude. Hi. It's nice. You know, we go to the Winter Ball. It's nice. You know, we're dancing, you know, because why wouldn't we be dancing with our people? At the Winter Ball, that's what, like, at that time, the Winter Ball is like around June. At that time, that's where now we're starting to, you know, clash a bit. This is now when I'm learning about relationships. Relationships are a lot of work. Relationships require work. I'm learning. At 12 years old, wait till guys, when your parents say, Oscar, hey, Oscar Ratadilu, please listen. Where was I going? You know? But regardless of that, like, every time maybe we'd get into a little tussle, I always, like, we both always wanted to fix it. So it was like, it was good. That for me was good. So we gone about our relationship. You know, all is good, you know. But this is like legit where now we're, you know, getting into some serious tussles. One day, a friend of mine comes to me and says, hey, Wena, your person is doing things with this other girl. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, you know, he's busy with this other girl. And I know you're asking yourself, how is he busy with another girl if we don't see each other after school? So there was a hostel for the older boys, and then there was also a hostel for the smaller boys, yeah, or for the younger ones. So what happened was, because back in the day, well, apparently according to what was actually told to us, back in the day, the older boys, when they were the ones who were the captains in the smaller boys' hostels, they used to actually like bully them and stuff. So then what the school saw would be better to do was to actually like get, you know, the girls to actually be the ones who are the captains in the small boys hostels. So he was exposed to, you know, other girls. Why I gotta say like that? But yeah, regardless of that, he legit could like see, you know, I think maybe there were about 7, if not 5 girls, right, who were captains at the boys in the small boys hostels, right? By the time we get actually, yeah, July. Hi, we get to July. Okay, fine. You know, so now I'm being told, hey, your guy is seeing another girl that side. And I'm like, another girl? Huh. I go and I tell him. Even the day I tell him, I had said I was going to the phones, I was going to call my parents, because we could actually meet at the phones. At the phones were in front of the study hall. And so if you wanted to make a call, nobody can say don't make a call to your parents. Like, I want to talk to my mom, bro. Like, I want to talk to my dad. So, you know, so that's where I would then see him. Sharp, we go to the phones. When we get to the phones, I tell him, I'm like, you know, they told me that when you're cheating on me with span ban ban ban. Hey, hey, these boys start small. Like, entle go jola le mang. O jola le nna or o jola ditšhomi tsa hao. Hey, me being the girlfriend that I was, I'm like, Kajalala, and he's like, exactly. So stop believing everything your friends tell you. So now I go and I tell my friend, well, the one who told me, I'm like, he said he's not dating her, or he's not cheating on me with her. Yeah, I'm like, no, he said he's not cheating on me with her. Yeah. And then she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like, I trust him. He would never do something like that to me.
Hey Joe, I'm skeptical about that.
Oh, but he did. And then my friend is like, okay, fine. If you trust what he says and you believe what he says, then it's fine. Okay. We go out about our days. It's fine, you know. Same things, you know, we're in a relationship. Obviously, things are not always good. You know, the relationship was just like, you know, just becoming like shambles, bruh. Like, it just wasn't working anymore. Again, me being the good girlfriend that I am, I'm like, let's try to work on it, you know, let's fix it. Pella, now I'm in. Now I'm like, this is my guy. Like, yo, I don't want to argue with anybody. This is my guy. Like, you know, I want the relationship to work. I want us to be good. You know, that's really where I was at. I'm like, you know, I want us to be really good. I want this relationship to work out. And I was not going to stop until it worked out, you know? And he's like, yeah, I want the same thing. You know, I want us to be good. Like, I want us to be how we were. I'm like, okay, fine. So what do we do? And he's like, nah. We stop listening to what people are saying. In that moment, I should have known. But I didn't. And then he says, especially your friends. I should have known, but I didn't. I'm just going to set my under eyes again using my Revlon Candid translucent powder. He says to me, you know, especially your friends. I'm like, I agree, but you know what? Hey, my friends are causing problems here because they're the ones that are bringing this information to me. But the only reason my friends are even able to give me this information is because they actually knew the truth. Right? We go on, you know, we're trying to make things work. I'm not listening to my friends. You know, my friends come to me and they're like, hey, we heard this, hey. And I'm like, he said it's not happening. So whenever my friends would tell me something, I would just like, I wouldn't even listen to them anymore. Like, I wouldn't even want to hear what they actually had to say. Because I'm like, Mina, my boyfriend said I mustn't listen to you guys. Because you guys come through here, you're going to tell me things about him that are not true. You know? I mean, I only believe him. I can't believe I was once ever that stupid. Well, I mean, with what just happened now, really important. After that, now we're going towards the end of July. Like, I've been hearing all these things about this person and he keeps on denying them. I just got fed up and I said to him, I'm like, you know what, ne? Like, there's no way all this information is from nowhere, bruh. Like, just tell me the truth. Like, I legit snapped and he's like, I said I'm not doing anything. He's like, I remember telling you, you know, to stop listening to your friends because, you know, your friends don't really like me. They're the ones who are telling you all these things. And I'm like, that's the thing though. My friends are telling me all these things. Like, where would my friends get this information? And if it wasn't true, yeah? Like, why would my friends be making this stuff up? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe your friends, you know, they just don't want to see us together. And I'm like, there's something you're not telling me. And he's like, I swear, babe, like, believe me, I'm not doing anything behind your back. I'm not like, the reason why I snapped is that one of these days, as we are in trying to fix our relationship, I'm sorry, with my Essence camouflage concealer. That's what I'm going to use to contour, right? So he says to me, then I hear information, Pela Mugai Mabani Li kissed. Hey, see there, that's why I was like, okay, now I need the truth. Like, let's just shut it down. Hey, like, let's just find out the truth. I tell him the next day. I'm like, so I heard you kissed mama. He's like, no such thing happened. I'm like, you see, that's the thing though. You keep saying nothing like that happened. I keep hearing everything like this happened. And he's like, no, you know your friends. I don't even know why you have those kind of friends. Like, they just want us to break up. Hey. And I'm like, are you hearing yourself right now? Like, are you really going to tell me you didn't kiss the person that they're saying you kissed? He's like, I didn't kiss her. And I'm like, I don't believe you. And I just feel like this whole time I've just been like looking stupid because I'm out here saying we're working on our relationship. We want things to work. But wait, nah. You even go as far as kissing this girl. And he's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, you know what? Me, I'm done. Me, personally, I'm done with this relationship. Even, child, I was like, you know what? I'm finished. I can't. Shame. And he's like, no, the problem with you is that you were busy listening to your friends. Hey. I'm like, no, but then, like, where would my friends be getting all this information? Like, I can understand you wanting to be mad at me at the fact that, you know, I'm listening to my friends. But where are my friends getting this information? If this information is so false, where are my honeys getting from? Like, where are they getting it from? Because my friends wouldn't just lie, bruh. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to see us together. And I'm like, why though? Why wouldn't my friends want to see us together? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe you need to question your friends on what exactly like the intentions are with breaking us up, or like trying to cause us trouble. I'm like, you know what, bruh? Me, honestly, I'm done with this relationship anyway. Like, I was just here to try and find out the truth, and clearly you're not going to be honest with me, so it's over. And he's like, no, don't do that. And, you know, he's trying to get me to, and I'm like, my brother, it is over. Between me and you, finished. No more relationship here. 8 months straight of me, like, the first 4 months of the relationship, or maybe the first 5 months of the relationship rather, were pretty good, you know. Whenever we argued about something or we didn't see eye to eye, we were able to come and be like, you know, I'm sorry, or I was wrong, or whatever the case may be. But now it's this after the other. It's just everything, man. It's just everything now. Like, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. It's just too much. And I'm like, the fact that every time I ask you, you want to deny it, it's just making me, like, it's just pissing me off even more. Like, I don't even want to be in this relationship anymore. And he says, hey, okay, it's fine, you know, believe your friends, hey. And I'm like, hey, this boy is still out here trying to blame my friends for the things that he's been doing. And he knows he's been doing them. Okay, fine. Relationship was over. A week later, he asked out my best friend, or the person who was my best friend at that time. Yes, I wish I had listened. I wish I had listened. When my mom was like, Nana, boys are not gonna give you anything in life. Please. I should have just listened, but no. My best friend comes and tells me, she's like, you know, Spanban asked me out. And the thing is, that whole week, like, he was entertaining her, you know. And Mina, I didn't think anything of it. If anything, rather, I really thought that it was him trying to get my best friend to, like, vouch for him, to try and get me back and whatever. This guy is operating different things. And I'm like, he what? And she's like, he asked me out. And I remember just being like, and you know, at that time, I like, these rules, you can't date your friend's ex or whatever. Like, now, that is a big deal. Like, right now, if a friend of mine was to get into a relationship with a guy, and then after that, a guy comes and asks, and that guy asks me out, I'm gonna tell my friend and be like, friend, your dude is acting funny. But also, like, because we know you don't date your friend's exes, well, that apparently that's the rule. You get what I'm saying? You don't date your friend's exes. Therefore, I would obviously, you know, now it's like, you can't do that. You really just cannot do that. And I remember saying to him, like, babes, you know what, this guy, with the relationship that him and I had, I really, like, at this point, I'm not even bothered by that. So I told him, like, no, if you like him enough, if you feel like you like him enough, you can date him. If you like him enough, you can date the guy. It's fine. I don't have a problem. Right? And then after that, now I'm over him. Like, I'm not even thinking about this person. Like, he's legit, none of my business. Right? And then this guy who absolutely hated my ex decides, he's gonna ask me out. He would always tell me, like, bruh, I hate this guy. Like, when we were together, he'd always tell me, like, I hate this guy. And I'm just like, bruh, I get it, me and this guy were together and you don't like him, obviously, and he hurt me. But this is not a, you know, this is not a fan club of we hate Banban. That's not what's happening here, you know? Like, a month later, I move on. Now I'm in a new relationship with a different guy. What's worse now is the fact that now this one that I'm with now, he's now the hostel captain in Monty, right? He's the hostel captain there in Monty. And because he's the hostel captain, he gets to do whatever he wants. So the fact that he was the hostel captain was another thing. And at the time that he's the hostel captain, I'm also the hostel captain. Like, we were like there. we were like there, you know. And he was cool. He was a really cool guy. Very chill, very kind, you know, very sweet and stuff. You know, so it was good. It was good. I'm just going to go into my Essence blush. Now we are risking our badges. Hey, me and this one are now risking our badges because he would come see me at night. He'd come see me at night. He'd come knock on my window and they would stand outside and they would talk and would hug. Hey! Hey! One time we almost got caught, but we never got caught. I never really got caught doing anything though. I mean, it's nothing to be proud of, but I've never been caught doing anything I'm not supposed to do. Ever. So yeah, I was just like very careful with what I did. How I moved. I moved smoothly. Even in high school. So what I did is I took that very same brush that I used in my crease to apply that darker shade of pink, tapped a little bit into the pink and just applied it to my under eye. But I mean, everything turned out great regardless. Like, we went to grade 7 farewell. The boys almost didn't go to grade 7 farewell because leading up to the farewell, these guys, like in primary we weren't allowed with phones. So these guys came to school with their phones and tried to hide them. But they failed. Yeah. That was my first heartbreak. Yo. I really wish I had listened to my mom. My mom was like, you know, Bashimani ne, Bashimani, they'll tell you today they love you, and then go tell another girl that very same thing. To farewell, you know, he was with my best friend at the farewell. I was with my current man's after writing exams. Post no fit all pass, and now we're all going to high school. We're all going to different schools. So relationships just ended there because, like, well, I'm not gonna take you with me into, right? School is finished. We're all going to high school, whatever. So everybody must just move on with their lives, pretty much. Like now, we're legit such good friends. Like we're just friends, hey? And you know, he supports me. The reason I'm saying he supports me is because I know he subscribed to my channel. I know. And when he watches this, he's gonna know that I'm talking about him. You know who you are. And you know what you did. I support his music, so Bona, we're good, bruh. I actually spoke to him yesterday. Like we're all just like so chilled. Well, we're both chilled, so no bad vibes. No bad vibes whatsoever. But yeah, hey, that dude broke my heart. Yo, I was so heartbroken. Like, that was my first ever heartbreak, right? Like, that was the first time I was like, I felt myself being like, bruh, I am so heartbroken. That's the first guy I even cried over. Like, yo, what was worse for me was more so the thing of, bruh, like, I didn't even want you. Like, I didn't want to be in a relationship with you. Huh? I'm just gonna go put on my lashes, gloss this up, and show you guys the final look. So you guys, I'm done doing my makeup, and I've told you guys all about my very first heartbreak. And yeah, I mean, moral of the story, yeah, is just to listen to your parents, hey? Like, I should have listened to my mom, but I didn't. And look where they got me, child. Look where that got me. Anyway, you guys, so this is the finished look. This is the look that we're able to create. Our eyes are looking beautiful. So if you do get around to actually creating this look and achieving it and looking fabulous, don't forget to just tag me in your picture or even mention me. Yeah, I want to see what you came up with. It's that Pedi Hun. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you actually like this and if you actually did try it out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.